I'm taking myself on a solo date to the ballet. I was serving this customer the other day and she was telling me that she's recently divorced, turning 40, so it's a big year, go girl. And she's going on her first date since, and we were both kind of like, okay, so like, what are we gonna do? Are you gonna do a face mask and like all this stuff? Anyways, it just got me thinking, I want that feeling. I wanna go on a date. No offense to Andrew, I wanna go on a solo date. My time in Scotland really kind of like opened the door to doing things by myself. I'm never anyone who's scared to do something by myself, but I also really like the challenge of doing things by yourself. So tonight we're watching Dracula, which the universe is just syncing up perfectly because I was watching the new 2026 Dracula. And just it got me back in the spooky, scary vibes. You know, it was like, if you're someone who gets it, like if you like spooky, scary, you know that you need like a fix every now and then, or you start itching. And that was my fix. And then I saw that Dracula was in a ballet production. They had this beautiful poster image for it where they had amaranthus as like red amaranthus as like the blood dripping. And I was like, that's good. That is so good. Let me look it up. I thought it was just for Sydney because that's what the ads I was getting. But then I saw that it's actually in Perth. So I thought, let's go. So I thought I'd take you along with me. So it's not really like a solo date, but we'll date. We'll date together. And I thought I could get dressed up. I could bring the vibe. I could do my hair. So I'm just having an early dinner now because it's about 5 o'clock. It's at 7:30, but I want to go up to the rooftop bar and have a little beverage. I don't even drink, but I'm so naughty having a date by myself. I'm so excited. That's my sausage roll, so I'm gonna eat and we'll check back in when I'm doing my makeup. Okay, I'm not going to talk through the makeup. I'm just gonna do it because it's too much. I'm running a little bit late for when I wanted to get there and it's too overstimulating, so I'm just gonna do it. This is my hyperfixation song at the moment. This is my outfit. Wow! Hang on, let me get my full form. Dracula. I'm protected from Dracula tonight though.
What, you smell like garlic?
And I smell like garlic. I'm off on my date. My ride's here. It's me. Don't like my makeup. This is it. Not loving it, but anyways, I need to poo real bad. I don't know if it's like, I think I'm nervous because my hands are getting clammy. My toes are so sweaty. And even walking to the car before, like, I don't know, I'm walking weird. Anyways, let's make our way there. Maybe poo-poo. Let's go in. Sorry. I made it. Cheers. I found a quiet corner because I wanted to chat with you guys. First time vlogging in public by myself, kind of nervous, but it's so beautiful in here. And I do remember, I've come here before, I can't remember what I watched. Oh, it was the Romeo and Juliet, but also there was a lot of plays that we used to watch in high school. But ballet in particular has a special place in my heart because I did ballet from 4 years old till 12, and it was one of my biggest regrets is quitting. But it was just a bit of an awkward time. It was like right in the height of puberty, and there was like some traumatic stuff that happened in my life that made me very self-conscious of my body. So it was something that brought me a lot of joy, but ballet also kind of brought me a little bit of trauma. So when someone says they've got dancer's trauma, believe them. But yeah, I used to do ballet and a lot of dance. And in the school holidays, we used to do like ballet camp. The course was run actually by the WA Ballet. And so in the school holidays, we used to do classes in the city, and it was such a vibe. It was so cool. I think I was only like 9 or 10, but I really, really loved it. There's this one memory I have in particular where it was a group of us that used to go, so we'd all carpool and all like hang out together, and it was a mix of different schools. Like obviously it's open to anyone. And so we were warming up, and I had done my warm-up and I was in the splits, and the WA Ballet lady came in and screamed at me for doing the splits. She was like, "Do you know how dangerous that is to your body? You could really injure yourself. Blah, 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 blah. Why are you in the splits?" And I remember just being like, oh my God, I'm being yelled at by this like 50-year-old lady. She's probably like 30 or 40, but I was like 10. And she was yelling at me in front of everyone, in front of all the parents. And I remember her being like, "What is your name?" Like, ooh, okay. And I remember my mum like wasn't having it, and she was like, "How do you know if she's done a full warm-up or not? You haven't been in here. Like, she's done her warm-up. She's doing the splits. She's ready for the splits." Anyways, but I think I quit because it was a mixture of like my body is feeling weird, I'm feeling weird in my body, I'm going through puberty, and also I think it was just like money. Like my mum was like, if you're not loving it, then it's really expensive, so let's just stop. But I wish I just took like a year off or something and went back. But anyways, I do pole now, so it's kind of feeds into it. But yeah, I used to love dancing. I used to love ballet as well. But let's be real, my body was never fit to be a ballerina, so it was good foundation, and it was meant to happen like that. But yes, so that's why I'm here. I want to reconnect with things that I used to enjoy. Anyways, I'm just going to vibe for a little bit on the balcony with my champagne. 20 minutes. Maybe I'll just bring my drink. Once again, today's performance Dracula is due to commence in 25 minutes time, and is subject to... We're at intermission. So far, it's incredible. The set design is amazing. The costumes are gorgeous. The dancing, obviously great. But what I really love is the expressions and the emotion that's shown by the dancers. Like the dancer that is playing Jonathan is incredible. You can see every kind of conflicting emotion on his face. Like, these people are actors. They're so good. One second, look at this. There's a blanket. I'm going to take the blanket. Which is a big campaign against not getting Botox, because this is so powerful. So the audience, you can tell there's a lot of either current dancers or ex-dancers, because you can always tell the posture is incredible. But one thing that I do want to say is people do not know how to be an audience anymore. Like, I can't even count the amount of times I heard people get up to go toilet or open a bag of fucking chips. I was like, what could you need to do to get up and down again and again? I don't understand. And I can't stand when people don't follow the rules. Like, a lockout means lock the fuck out. So lock it out. Anyways, it's wonderful though. It's really nice. Let's go have a look at the building. I'm back from my day. Ignore the pseudo-cream on my face. We're dealing with some breakouts, but I'm home and I've done my skincare, and my date was so cheap. Didn't want to take me out for dessert, but gave me dessert at home. I was having ice cream and a Portuguese tart and a nice big fat steaming oolong tea. I wanted to talk about Dracula. That was such a great ballet experience. If you can watch it, definitely watch it. I really loved that production. The set design was amazing, but I particularly loved the lighting. I don't know if I just haven't seen like a ballet or a show like that in a very long time. It's been a very long time, but I was amazed by what they could do with the lighting. Like, there was one part in the beginning that they showed, like, through the lights they could show like a forest, and it looked dense and like there was depth to it. It was amazing. I was like, damn, that's so good. And then it cut straight to like in the story they're in the church, and like, this is like seconds after each other, by the way, but the way they had, like, you know, like when a light has panes and it casts a shadow, it's like the shadow of the light or the beam, whatever, the way that they dragged it out to make it big, you really got the sense of space, and it felt like, yeah, you're in a massive cathedral and these like the lights spilling in through the windows and it's so big. Like, I was like, that was so smart. Like, I just really particularly love smart lighting like that. I think that was just, it was really great in that sense. And the sets were really cool, like simple but really effective. The lighting was my favorite. And also, I know this is like particular for the ballet or a symphony, but you forget how incredible a live orchestra is when you're sitting there. It's like, I would tune back into, like, as I was sitting in the chair, I was like, this is live. There's people down there that are actually playing this. And there was even this one part where they had someone singing like opera, you know, like a, and I was like, oh my God, that's someone singing that. Like, I don't know. It's just amazing. Like, when it started out, and there's obviously, you know, the very Dracula music, like, I don't know how to do it, but put something in here. I was like, I don't need a sound bath. I want to sit in the middle of an orchestra as they're playing, and I want to hear that. Like, it was just so delicious. It was definitely technical and classic, but there was a lot of blending of, say, like contemporary dance, which I'm usually not a fan of, but it really worked in this context. Like, you know, the contrast between the humans and the vampires, like, there's a little bit more of an unnatural movement in comparison to, say, like a beautiful leg extension or uniformity in that sense. It was really, really cool. Like, obsessed with the three vampire girls, their movements with their arms. It just, yeah, like, I'm in the dress circle, so I'm a little bit up higher, and you can really see the, like, the fangs and, like, putting their arms back like this. it just really like, I was like, this is amazing. Also, something that I thought that they did superbly was the swapping of young and old Dracula. Like, there was times where you did not, I was like, how did he just appear? How did that happen? You know, like, obviously it's like stage tricks and things like that. Like, there's no trap door at His Majesty's that I'm aware of, but it would just like, it was distraction. So like the audience was distracted and then he would just appear. Like, there was one part where they turned, so like they were Elizabeth's friend, I can't even remember the name, but she was getting turned into a vampire and they were spinning her around and then the old Dracula was there. I was like, how did that happen? I didn't even see that. Like, it was really cool the way that they did that. That was impeccable. No notes, absolutely flawless. I was surprised every time. Jonathan was such a great dancer, but I just was so impressed by him hitting like an aerial middle split. Like, it would just felt like nothing, light as a feather, just like literally his legs look like that. That's him. Just full middle split. It was crazy. And I said earlier, but the best anti-Botox campaign that you can have is to watch the arts. I'm in the dress circles, I'm in like the middle part. I can see the emotion on their face and I need to wear glasses, but you can see it, you can feel it, it like translates. And I think that that is such like an important part. It brings more humanity to it. That to me is what art is like humanity trying to express itself and reflect itself. And it was really nice just to see emotions, eyebrows, furrowing and just like longing. I can feel it. Remick? No, I'm getting my vampires confused. Dracula's little slave. Renfield. The way that he moved his face, like he looked crazy. I don't know, I just had the random thought. I was like, do they, I wonder if they have to do like acting classes as well. Today on my algorithm, I had seen a lot about like AI and it was just kind of, my mind wandered to that topic as I was watching and I just thought like, this is why you need to support the arts. I don't know, there's like definitely beauty in being human. Like, you could tell that there were some mistakes that were made on stage today. There was this one part where they're like trying to have the horse and cart arrive at Dracula's house, but they couldn't get it off the wings or it got caught in the wings. And like that was a very obvious mistake, but like who cares? But there was that, and then there was even a time when Elizabeth and her friend went into like, I think it's a jeté, but they both were in the splits and their point shoes clacked together. I don't know, even that, there's something to kind of cherish about that. Like, and it reminds you that these are two humans or humans on stage that are doing incredible things, not that this is just incredible things happening. Does that make sense? Because it shows you like, well, yeah, that's a mistake, but it kind of like was like, oh my God, yeah, these are people, not robots. Not that robots could fucking ever. Did you see that video? There is something I just absolutely love watching robots fail. Like there was a robot that was doing Michael Jackson. My favourite robot video is the one actually of the robot doing ballet. Oh my God, it's just so funny. That I'll laugh at. But humans, I'm actually like, it actually makes you a better human, to be honest, a better performer in my mind. The service at His Majesty's was A+. From the ticketing booth, I had a great experience, to the coat check, to the usher, to the bar, like everyone was amazing. One thing that I was saying to Andrew, I think I touched on it before, but like audiences, it's very disrespectful in my mind to be a bad audience member. Why are you like eating chips during a performance like this? Like, I don't know. I just think like, can you not wait 2 hours? I don't know. Am I being a bitch? But like, in the middle of like, we're watching the yearning, the middle splits, the beautiful dancing, and then opening of a chip packet. If you don't know, I love rules. I hate that about myself, but I cannot like go against a rule. It was lockout. Like if you get there late, you're locked out. And they said it like over the loudspeaker so many times. And even like if you go to the toilet during the session, you're not allowed back in. So that's like the incentive, like don't go out. But I had people going in and out all the freaking time. And I was like, it was like the same people as well. I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm sorry, but can you just stay out? Like, you're taking me out at the moment. I know that's really selfish to say, but I just also don't understand. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, it was like in, out, in, out. And then even like the guy next to me, just at one point, just started talking in like his normal speaking voice. Like, not even like, just like fully like, and then blah, 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 blah. I was like, can we please have a bit of respect for not just like the performers, but everyone else around you? I just could never. I was like, lock him out. Don't open that door. Again, don't you dare open that door. And I was in the back row as well. I was like, thank you for listening to my debrief. And I'm just buzzing after my day. If I could kiss myself, I would. Try going on a solo date. I highly recommend it.